how the 20th century shaped our modern world, from wars to space exploration and technological breakthroughs. The 20th century marked a period of unprecedented transformation that reshaped every facet of human life. From technological advancements to shifts in political power, each defining moment influenced today's societal norms and continues to affect our cultural, economic, and political landscape. At the dawn of the century, the world was a mosaic of empires and emerging states, with technological innovations just beginning to accelerate global interaction. The year 1900 stood on the cusp of industrialization that would fuel growth and conflict in equal measure, setting the stage for a century of profound change. The outbreak of the First World War was triggered by a complex web of alliances and conflicts, culminating in a devastating global conflict that reshaped national borders and military tactics. The war concluded in 1918, leaving millions dead and several empires dismantled, forever altering the geopolitical landscape. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, aimed to formalize peace, but instead sowed the seeds of further discontent. Its harsh penalties on Germany set the scene for economic hardship and political upheaval, which would eventually contribute to the rise of totalitarian regimes. The Roaring Twenties followed, a decade characterized by economic prosperity and cultural flourishing. Jazz, flappers, and speakeasies symbolized a society in rapid transition, while technological innovations like the automobile and radio changed daily life and leisure, setting a precedent for modern consumer culture. The Great Depression, triggered by the 1929 stock market crash, devastated global economies, leading to unprecedented unemployment and poverty. Governments worldwide struggled to respond, with varying degrees of success, implementing new policies and programs to mitigate the economic downturn and support their desperate populations. In response to the economic chaos, totalitarian regimes gained traction. Leaders like Hitler, Stalin, and Mussolini capitalized on public discontent, promising stability and revival through authoritative measures. Their rise to power marked a significant shift towards centralized governance, often at the cost of personal freedoms and human rights. The path to World War II was paved by escalating tensions and unchecked ambitions of these totalitarian leaders. Aggressive expansionism and political alliances further strained international relations, setting the stage for a global conflict that would eventually encompass nations from every continent. World War II itself was marked by monumental battles and strategic shifts, where the role of technology became more critical than ever. Innovations such as radar, jet engines, and code-breaking computers transformed warfare, making it more deadly and efficient, ultimately reshaping the geopolitical landscape. The Holocaust remains one of the most horrifying outcomes of World War II, with the systematic extermination of 6 million Jews by Nazi Germany. This atrocity highlighted the extreme consequences of unchecked racial ideologies and the importance of international human rights oversight, influencing post-war humanitarian policies and the establishment of the United Nations. The dawn of the atomic age marked a pivotal shift in warfare and global power dynamics. The use of nuclear weapons in Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II not only brought about the end of the war, but also ushered in a new era of military and energy considerations, highlighting the destructive power of atomic energy. Following World War II, the world landscape saw significant changes with the formation of the United Nations, aimed at fostering international peace and preventing future conflicts. This period also saw the beginning of decolonization, where numerous countries in Asia and Africa gained independence from colonial powers, reshaping international relations. The Cold War emerged as a period of intense rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union, characterized by nuclear arms races, ideological clashes, and proxy wars. This era profoundly influenced global politics, economics, and culture, dividing the world into East and West spheres of influence. The space race symbolized the technological and ideological competition between the superpowers. Starting with the Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik in 1957, this competition led to significant advancements in space technology, culminating in the United States' Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969, a moment of immense national pride and scientific achievement. The Korean War, often referred to as the Forgotten War, involved North and South Korea from 1950 to 1953. It was a crucial part of the Cold War, seeing the United States and its allies supporting South Korea against the North, backed by China and the Soviet Union. The war solidified the division of Korea and had lasting effects on the regional and global order. The Vietnam War, spanning from 1955 to 1975, deeply scarred America and Vietnam. It began as a struggle against colonial rule and evolved into a brutal conflict, fueled by Cold War tensions. The U.S. aimed to prevent the spread of communism, leading to massive military intervention and widespread protests back home. The Civil Rights Movement marked a profound period in American history. Figures like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks fought tirelessly against racial segregation and discrimination. The movement achieved significant legislative victories, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which was a crucial step towards equality. The women's rights movement gained momentum in the 1960s and 1970s, pushing for equal rights in the workplace, education, and under the law. Achievements like the Equal Pay Act of 1963 and the legalization of birth control paved the way for greater gender equality. Technological innovations dramatically reshaped society throughout the 20th century. The introduction of television in the late 1920s revolutionized media consumption, bringing real-time events and entertainment into people's homes. This set the stage for later advances in digital communication and information dissemination. The rise of computers transformed every aspect of life from the 1970s onwards. Initially large and expensive, computers gradually became more accessible, culminating in the personal computer revolution. This shift not only changed professional environments, but also had a profound impact on personal lives, making digital literacy essential. The shift from industrial manufacturing to an information economy marked a profound transformation in the 20th century. As factories and manual labor decreased, digital technology and service-oriented businesses took the forefront. This transition fundamentally changed the job market, emphasizing the need for new skills and education in emerging sectors. Environmental movements gained momentum as awareness of global warming increased. Activists and scientists pushed for changes in policies and practices, leading to international agreements like the Kyoto Protocol. These efforts highlighted the necessity for sustainable development and introduced concepts like renewable energy and conservation into the mainstream discourse. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 reshaped global politics and economies. The end of the Cold War era ushered in new independence movements and a shift towards capitalist economies in Eastern Europe. This period also saw the rise of the United States as the sole superpower, influencing global dynamics. The 90s tech boom was characterized by rapid advancements in technology and the proliferation of the internet. Companies like Amazon and Google sprang up, capitalizing on the new digital landscape. However, the burst of the dot-com bubble in the early 2000s served as a cautionary tale of speculative investment. Cultural shifts in music, art, and literature mirrored the dynamic changes of the century. From the rebellious tones of rock and roll to the introspective nature of postmodern literature, these changes were not only reflections of societal moods, but also influencers of new generational identities and dialogues. Globalization has drastically reshaped the world by enhancing trade, cultural exchange, and political relationships. As barriers fell, businesses expanded across borders, influencing global economies and cultures. This interconnectedness, though beneficial in spreading prosperity, also brought challenges including job displacement and cultural homogenization, sparking debates on the balance between global unity and local identity. Medical advancements in the 20th century revolutionized healthcare, with the development of antibiotics and vaccines leading the charge against previously fatal diseases. The eradication of smallpox and the near eradication of polio are testament to the profound impact of medical research. These breakthroughs not only saved millions of lives, but also shaped global health policies. The launch of the Hubble telescope marked a significant milestone in space exploration, extending human vision to the farthest reaches of the universe. This eye in the sky provided breathtaking images and vital data, deepening our understanding of space and spawning a new era of astronomy that continues to unveil cosmic mysteries. The digital revolution, sparked by the advent of the World Wide Web, transformed society into a connected information era. This revolution facilitated unprecedented access to information, democratized knowledge, and spawned new industries. However, it also raised concerns about privacy, misinformation, and the digital divide affecting global communities. As the millennium turned, the Y2K scare exemplified the world's deep dependency on technology. Fears that computers would fail when dates changed from 1999 to 2000 led to a global effort to update and secure systems, showcasing the profound impact of digital technology on all aspects of life. The rise of terrorism has significantly shaped global politics and security since the late 20th century. High-profile attacks, such as 9/11s, have led to widespread fear, increased security measures worldwide, and ongoing military interventions in the Middle East. These events have profoundly influenced international relations and domestic policies in many countries. Social media has revolutionized communication, transforming how we interact and consume information. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have not only facilitated greater connectivity, but also have become pivotal in movements for social change, marketing strategies, and the spread of both misinformation and vital news across the globe. The economic crisis of 2008, triggered by the collapse of the housing bubble in the United States, resulted in a severe global recession. Financial systems worldwide were impacted, leading to significant job losses, home foreclosures, and deep economic distress. Recovery has been uneven, highlighting the need for robust financial regulations. Shifts in global power have become increasingly evident with the rise of emerging markets such as China and India. These countries have shown remarkable economic growth, challenging the traditional dominance of Western economies. This shift is reshaping global economic landscapes, trade policies, and diplomatic relations, leading to a more multipolar world order. The ongoing struggle for human rights remains a critical issue worldwide. Movements like Black Lives Matter and #MeToo have gained international attention, pushing for social justice and equality. These efforts highlight persisting inequalities and have spurred legislative and social changes, although challenges remain in achieving universal human rights. Pop culture continuously shapes and is shaped by societal values and events. From the Beatles, influencing the counterculture movement to modern influencers on social media platforms, pop culture serves as both a mirror and a mold, reflecting societal norms while also pushing boundaries and initiating change. Advances in transportation have dramatically altered how we connect and conduct business globally. The evolution from the Ford Model T to today's electric vehicles not only showcases technological innovation, but also reflects growing environmental concerns and the shift towards sustainable living practices. The role of sports transcends mere entertainment, acting as a unifier and a source of national pride. International competitions like the Olympics offer a stage where political, social, and cultural nuances play out, fostering a unique blend of competition and global camaraderie that can influence international relations. An aging population presents new challenges and opportunities for societies worldwide. With longer life expectancies, issues such as healthcare, retirement planning, and intergenerational relationships are increasingly prominent, necessitating significant adjustments in policies and family structures to accommodate an older demographic. In conclusion, the 20th century's events and innovations have profoundly shaped today's societal norms and will continue to influence future directions. From technological advancements to demographic shifts, understanding these elements is crucial for navigating and succeeding in the evolving global landscape.